Well, there's just this. Whatever is happening, thinking happening, expectation happening, wondering happening, waiting happening, trying to get uh, this happening. And there is already no doer. It's just what's happening. It may seem to be going somewhere, but it's never really going anywhere. Even the going somewhere is just what's happening. There's nobody behind it who's thinking that maybe this is going somewhere. There's just thinking happening. There is already no separation. There is already no separate self to find this. There's just this appearing as what seems to be a separate self looking for this. So this, what is, can never really be found. It can never really be known. It can never really be understood because it's already everything. There's nothing separate outside of it to become one with it already. There's just this. So this is everything already. This is nothing already. So anything may arise here. Any thinking, any speculation, any wondering, any suggestion may seem to arise in this as this. Even that which seems to be asking a question is just this already. There's no one who's asking a question. And that which seems to be giving an answer is just this. There's no one who's giving an answer. The sense of being separate from everything is just already everything appearing as that. Every feeling is already this. Every sensation is already this. Every thought is already this. There is no separation. Even what seems to be the silence itself is just this already. Talking, there's nobody who's talking, there's just talking. And in the same way, there is nobody who's listening. Even when it feels like there's somebody who's there who's listening to somebody, there's nobody there. There's just listening happening, talking happening, trying to find this happening, not getting it happening, about to get it happening. There is already no doer of what's just happening. There is already no sufferer. There's no one who's suffering. There's just this. And this, as it is, it can never really be spoken. It can never really be said. This is already wordless. It doesn't really require words to be spoken for it to be what it is. Yet words, it may appear as words, and words can be seen here as just concepts, can be used as concepts to describe that which is beyond any description. But the words themselves, they are never really describing this. This is beyond any description. It's just this appearing as words. So the me, or what seems to be the separate self, can never really fall away because there is no separate self. There's no me. There's just this. There's already nobody who's on the journey to find this. There's already nobody who's looking for this. There's already no one to get this. There's simply just this. So understanding what is being spoken or not understanding what is being spoken is equally this. It's just this already. Thinking that there's somebody who's talking about this right now is just what seems to appear in this as this already. Waiting to find uh, something here that will maybe eventually transform uh, the life of what seems to be a separate self. It's just this already. There is already no separate self, and there is already nobody who has any expectation, who's waiting for anything to happen. There's just this. So anything may happen here, any question may arise, thinking, waiting, trying, feeling sad, feeling happy, memorizing, thinking about the future. It's just this already. There's nobody who's doing that. There's no doer of anything. Even when I thought they seem to say, I'm doing this, I'm listening to Gosi, and the meeting is very nice, I'm enjoying the meeting. It's just already this expressing as that. It's just this saying that already. Here it is seen that everything is this. There's nothing separate from this. Even when there's something that claims to be separate from this, it's just already this. There is already no separation. Thinking that there is separation is not an evidence that there's a real separation. It's just that which is not separate. It's just no separation appearing as that, appearing as a separation. Or you can say it's just unconditional love appearing as separation. Everything is already unconditional love. Everything is this. So any word can be used. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. You can say everything is a chicken. Everything is chicken. So it doesn't mind the words. It's already wordless. Words themselves can never really touch this, can never really change this, can never really transform this. Those words are already just this. It's just disappearing as words. Even when something seems to say, it can't be just this, there must be something other than this. That's just this already. So this is already changeless. This is already unchanging beyond any description, wordless, and call it nothing, everything, God, spirit, it doesn't matter. Everything is this. And this doesn't mind. Yet what seems to be minding may seem to appear in the story. Something may seem to mind in the story, seem to complain in the story, you know, in the activity itself. Yet the story in the activity itself is just already this, which is nothing appearing as that. There is no real story There is no real activity. There is no real separate self. It's just already this. So if there are any questions or any sharing, then you can simply unmute and shoot.
So, Cassie, I'm interested in suffering. No, I mean, I don't want to suffer, but I'm interested in suffering. It's like, because I feel I've been suffering. But anyway, so you said there's no one who suffers, there's just suffering. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's just what seems to be a suffering happening, but there's no sufferer. There's no real sufferer. Even when there is something that seems to claim that I'm suffering, that too is just this appearing as that. There is no real separate sufferer. That's what seems to say I've been going through a lot in life and things are not working out in my life. It's just a totality, everything expressing as that. There's already no you who can say anything, who can think anything, who can do anything. It's just this already. Even right now, there's no doer of that. It's just this. There's no separation.
But the suffering, say physical pain, the physical pain can still be real or present, but there's no one who's actually owns it.
Yeah, physical pain is just it's just this appearing as a physical pain. It's just this appearing as somebody who claims that the pain belongs to him or her. It's just already everything, totality, expressing as that. There's no separate physical pain. Then, there's no separate self who has a physical pain, who's experiencing physical pain. It's just the totality, wholeness, appearing as somebody who claims that there is a physical pain and the physical pain itself. So there's no separation. That may come and go, anything may arise here, may appear and disappear. So the pain
So
itself, there's nobody behind it. It's just pain. It's just what's happening.
And that may come and go.
Yeah, it comes and goes, just like clouds. They appear and disappear. Black clouds, white clouds. The sky doesn't mind, doesn't mind.
And the suffering is unconditional love as well.
Yes.
The physical pain, that's felt like suffering is also unconditional love.
Everything is unconditional love expressing itself. There are no conditions. There are no limitations. But there is no real separate self who's the sufferer. That one is already not there. The one who seems to own pain, who says, oh, the pain is pain. Oh, I'm feeling pain. That's just a thought. It's just a thought constructs. There's nobody there. That one can never be found. Has never been found. Even the finder has never been found. There's nothing here already. There's just this. There's just a belief in the thought that seems to say, I am this body, I was born one day. There's just a belief, but no one is believing. And that as well may seem to collapse. That belief that in the thought that seems to say, I'm this body, may seem to collapse, may seem to fall away. That too is just an expression of this. But there is nobody already to fall away. There's nobody's, or there's no one separate from this to fall away, or to recognize that there's no one. There's just no one here. It's just this. And the belief in the thought that seems to say, I'm this body, may seem to stop as well.